tomorrow is a day of prayer. Actually, every festival is a day of prayer. Madhava Tithi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kori. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, Madhav Tithi means the days on which the Lord appears in this world. Madhav Tithi. They are Bhakti Janani. They give birth to devotion. We should endeavor to follow them very, very nicely. Jatane Palan Kari. Do all the efforts and observe these very, very auspicious days. So Balarama Jayanti, it is one of the most important festivals for all the devotees. Because Balaramji, he expands as spiritual masters. He's a Guru Tattva. We have heard about all the spiritual masters. They are coming from Balaramji. So therefore, when we sing this Guru Ashtakam in the morning Mangalarti, how many of you have attended Mangalarti any time in the temple? Some of you must have attended. So in that we sing Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastrai Uktas Tatha Bhavayata Eva Sadbhi Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. So the spiritual master Sakshat Haritvena, he should be worshipped like the Lord. But if a spiritual master says, I am Lord, one time Prabhupada was telling that if somebody says he is God, he is not God, he is dog. So one should worship the spiritual master like the Supreme Lord. One time Srila Prabhupada was in Australia, and the devotees, they had arranged Rolls Royce for Prabhupada to pick up from the airport. And there were reporters who had come to interview Srila Prabhupada. So one reporter was asking that, Swamiji, the sannyasis and the saints, they are supposed to live a simple life. And we are seeing that your disciples have arranged Rolls Royce for you. What do you have to say about it? Prabhupada said, in spiritual world, Krishna rides in golden chariots, which is bedecked with diamond, rubies, pearls. And the representative of the spiritual master, representative of Krishna, also deserve the same respect as Krishna. So ideally my disciple should have brought a golden Rolls Royce, but I am just accepting this Rolls Royce made up of tin and rubber. So reporters were shocked. Aap kya bolenge abhi? So Prabhupada had sometimes this way of bewildering people. But the Guru never feels that I am God, I am servant of the Lord. Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastrai Uktas Tatha Bhavyata Eva Sadbhi. All the great devotees, acharyas, they have told that Guru should be worshipped non-different than the Lord. Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya. But what Guru feels? I am the servant of the Lord. So that is the mood of Balaramji. So whatever he does, he is serving the Lord. He is serving the Lord in every way. He expands himself to become the spiritual world. In spiritual world, there is nothing called as dead matter. And in this world, there is dead matter and there is living beings. In spiritual world, everything is living being only. The Golok Vrindavan, the Bhumi is living. There is no dead matter there. Balaramji has expanded to become that. Balaramji expands and serves Krishna as a servant, dasya. There are many devotees of the Lord who are serving the Lord in the mood of being a humble servant. Balaramji plays the role of friend also. When Krishna and Balaram, they are together, Balaramji is friend of Krishna many times. Plays with Krishna, jokes with Krishna. Sometimes Balaramji plays the role of elder brother. Vatsalya Bhava, parental love. And how can Balaramji be involved in Madhurya Bhava? He expands to become the sister of Srimati Radharani. And she is called as Ananga Manjari. So that's how he expands and does all the wonderful services for the Lord. The story of the birth of Balaramji comes in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. As we know that one time Kamsa, he was getting his sister married, Devaki. And as he is taking his sister to her husband's home, he hears a Akashvani. Oh foolish Kamsa, the 8th son of your sister will kill you. And he becomes really angry. As he was holding the reins of the chariot, he took out the sword. He gave up the reins, took out the sword, and he wanted to kill Devaki. Somehow Vasudeva pacified him. That you don't have to fear your sister, right? You are fearful of the 8th son. I will give all the sons of my wife to you. So Kamsa was somehow pacified. And then, as the first son was born, Vasudeva, as he had given these words, he brought his son in front of Kamsa. And Kamsa, somehow he became little compassionate. He said, no, I don't fear your first son. I want your 8th son. You can take this back. Vasudeva, although he took the son back, but he was thinking nobody can trust the words of a demoniac person. And then Narad Muni came. And Narad Muni is expert in expediting all the pastimes. That's why some people say Narad Muni to jahan jaate hain jhagda lagate hain. Bichara dekho kitne aaram se he had returned the son. Narad Muni comes. Who knows who is the first son, who is the 8th son? So therefore Kamsa started killing all the sons. One after another, 6 sons were killed. Who are these 6 sons which were killed by Kamsa? So there is a wonderful story behind these 6 Garbha of Devaki, the Shad Garbha. In the beginning of the creation, one time, Brahmaji, he became attracted to his own daughter. Brahmaji bhi aise ho sakta hai sometimes. Even great personalities can get bewildered. There was a great sage Marichi. He had 6 sons. They started laughing at Brahmaji. How can you do this? And because of this, he was cursed. They were cursed. All these 6 sons, they were cursed to become demons. They took birth as the 6 sons of Kal Nemi. Kal Nemi was in the family of Hiranyakashipu. Abhi chal raha hai na Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad. So Hiranyakashipu, his grandsons, all these 6 sons, 6 people, they were the grandsons of Hiranyakashipu. They went to do tapasya. They also wanted to become, invincible. And they got darshan of Brahmaji and got benedictions from Brahmaji also. But Hiranyakashipu, he became angry. He said, how can you go and do tapasya without my permission? That's how powerful. That's how he was, having this mentality of controllership. Nothing should move without my sanction. He wanted to become God, That's what we say. Nothing happens without the will of the Lord. Not even a blade of grass moves without the will of the Lord. That was Hiranyakashipu. He wanted to become like that. He said, all of you independently took decision and went to do tapasya. I curse you. You will be killed by your own father. So father was Kalanemi, another demon. So this Kalanemi was killed by Vishnu and he appeared as Kamsa. And then these 6 sons of Kalanemi, they appeared as the 6 sons of Devaki. And that's how Kalanemi, in the form of Kamsa, he killed every son. And then seventh son appeared in the womb of Devaki. Who was the seventh son? That is Balaramji. Now, it is described why Balaramji has to appear like an ordinary person in the womb of Devaki. Balaramji is Supreme Lord. He is spiritual, most powerful, transcendental personality. Our acharyas, they describe that these 6 sons, they represent our 6 anarthas. What are our 6 anarthas? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsarya. Lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion. After these 6 anarthas, they are destroyed by the power of bhakti. Devaki represents devotion. And Devaki, she was very fearful of Kamsa. So a devotee should be fearful of the material world. This Kamsa represents the material world. How a devotee should be fearful of the material world. I will get affected again. Srila Prabhupada would say, there is one problem with my devotees. They don't fear Maya enough. Abhi to devotee ho gaye. Now we can do anything. One time the devotees, they went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, we are planning to go and do book distribution in nightclubs. Please give us your blessings. Prabhupada said, I give you my blessings, but make sure you come back also. So we should be very, very careful. We should not take unnecessary risks in the path of devotional service. So there should be a healthy fear of Maya. Maya means that which is not. It looks real. This world looks very real. But actually, the more we get absorbed in the world, we go away from Krishna. One time the devotees, they were on a morning walk with Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada, as he was on the sea beach, they were walking. One devotee said, Prabhupada, this ocean looks so beautiful. Prabhupada said, yes, that's how material nature is. From far it looks very attractive. And you go close, it will suck you inside. That's how material nature is. So the more we get into material nature, the more we get absorbed in the material things. So there should be a fear. We should not handle material energy more than needed. So therefore we have discussed last time, one of the principles is Atyahar and Prayas. Anyone remembers the 6 things which destroys our devotional service? Atyahar means over, enjoyment, overeating. Not just eating, anything we put in our senses. Hearing, speaking, touching, smelling, anything we do with our senses more than required. That is called as Atyahar. And Prayas means over endeavor. Endeavoring more than necessary. If somebody is working 9 to 5 and he thinks, okay, I am getting 3-4 lakhs a month, and I desire to go near Radha Gopinath temple and stay near Radha Gopinath. वो सामने वाला बंगला मिल जाएगा तो अच्छा हो जाएगा. So maybe I can work more, I can work overtime also. For that I have to little bit compromise on my chanting. But anyways, I want to come close and stay near temple. That becomes Atya. That becomes over endeavor. Because our basic devotional principle should never be compromised. So there should be a fear of material energy. We should not indulge more than required. Atyahar, Prayasa, Prajalpa. Prajalpa means uselessly talking about things of the world. Niyamagraha means just doing something for the sake of doing and not getting into the mood of it actually. ठीक है, नाम के लिए थोड़ी माला कर लेते हैं. Not attentive during chanting. Not focusing on when we are chanting. एक हाथ में माला चल रही है और एक हाथ में मोबाइल भी है. और ये बाहर निकलती है ना, उससे बहुत कुछ हो जाता है. मोबाइल भी हो जाता है. And then so many other things are also done. So we should be very, very careful. not doing things just for the sake of doing it. बस करने के लिए कर देते हैं. That is called as niyamagraha. Janasanga means association of those who are not interested in spiritual life. Laulyam, greedy for material things of the world. So we should be very, very careful to avoid these 6 things. So there should be healthy fear. So Devaki, she was fearful, and because of this healthy fear of material energy, slowly by practice of bhakti, our anarthas are destroyed. And now our heart has to become very, very suitable place for Krishna to appear, right? Ultimately, Krishna has to appear in the heart. And Krishna doesn't appear in a contaminated place. So after all these things are cleared off, spiritual master comes and prepares our heart so that Krishna can come. Just like when we do DT installation in the temple, the spiritual master comes and makes the place very clean by chanting mantras and then by so many other things. So Balaramji, he is a spiritual master. He appears in the womb of Devaki to make it a right place for Krishna to appear. But then, Lord Krishna, he calls Yogamaya. So Lord Krishna has many potencies. One is Yogamaya, other is Mahamaya. Yogamaya is the spiritual potency of the Lord. Mahamaya is the material potency of the Lord. That is Durga Devi. Mahamaya is Durga Devi. And Yogamaya is the spiritual potency. It has 3 parts. It has 3 varieties. Sandhini, Samvit and Ladini. So this Yogamaya potency, Krishna calls her and says, I have a service for you. What you have to do? You have to take this Balaramji. He has appeared in the womb of Devaki, but who is the eternal mother of Balaramji? Eternal mother of Balaram is Rohini Devi. So Vasudev, not Vasudev. Vasudev is Krishna. Vasudev is the father of Krishna. Vasudev had many wives. Out of them, Devaki was the one and other was Rohini. He had many more wives. So when Kamsa started prosecuting and doing all the wrong things, Vasudev sent his second wife Rohini to Gokul to be under the protection of Nanda Maharaj. So Nanda and Vasudev, they are very close friends and they are actually brothers. They are born from the same father. So Krishna tells Yogamaya, can you please take Balaramji from the womb of Devaki and transfer him to the womb of Rohini? So to transfer the Supreme Lord is not an easy job. भगवान को ही ट्रांसफर करने के लिए बोल रहे हैं. So Yogamaya says, actually this is very, very difficult task, but because you are empowering me, I will do this. In our spiritual practices, sometimes things are very difficult to do. To chant properly, to read scriptures regularly, they are not so easy. And every day doing the same thing, once in a while, it is good to do. And if there is no account, it's just like when you ask if you go to market and you tell some shopkeeper, अरे आप भी थोड़ा माला करिए, you also chant. हमारा तो मन में चलता रहता है. हम तो दिन भर माला ही करते हैं. आपसे ज्यादा कर लेते होंगे. So one time one devotee was telling this to a shopkeeper and he said, अरे चलता रहता है मेरा तो. So he gave him a counter, clicker. Whenever you chant in mind, you click it. Tomorrow morning I'll come and ask कितना माला किया. So next morning he came and he asked the shopkeeper कितना हो गया. So he was looking very उदास. बोले 1 माला भी नहीं हुई. मुझे तो लगा था 16 माला हो जाती होगी मेरी. So that's how mind tricks us. So when something is told without any restriction, जितना करना है करो, चलेगा, नहीं करेंगे तो भी चलेगा, then spiritual life looks great. But when we have to do same thing every day, that is difficult task. It is not so easy. And to put all hearts, to be attentive, that is still more difficult. To be in a prayerful mode, that is still more difficult. So it is not an easy task. But when we pray to Krishna for mercy, when we pray to spiritual master, when we pray to Baladev, Balaramji, oh Balaramji, please give me strength. Balaram means one who is the reservoir of all the Bal. And Ram means one who is the source of all pleasure. So he is Balaram, he is the source of all strength, and he is the source of all pleasure also. So one should pray to Balaramji. So ultimately, Devaki, from the womb of Devaki, this Balaramji was transferred to the womb of Rohini Devi. And it appeared that Devaki had a miscarriage. And then, in due course of time, Balaramji appeared from the womb of Rohini Devi. Krishna, he told Yogamaya that this Balaram will be known by 3 names. What are the various names of Balaram we know?
Sankarshan.
Sankarshan. The first name is Sankarshan. You know what is the meaning of Sankarshan? Yes. Karshan means attract. Because Yogamaya attracted Balaramji from the womb of Devaki and transferred to the womb of Rohini, his name will be Sankarshan. Another meaning of the name Sankarshan is he will unite the 2 families. 2 families means the family of Vasudeva and family of Nanda Maharaj. They will be united. Yadus and Vrishnis. And then his name will be Ram, his name will be Balaram, Balbhadra. So in due course of time, on the Falgun Purnima, not Falgun Purnima, on the day of Purnima, tomorrow, Balaramji appeared from the womb of Rohini in the most auspicious abode of Gokul. Shri Balaramji ki jai. And after few days, after how many days Krishna was born?
8.
What was the age difference between Krishna and Balaram? Anyone knows? Only 8 days. Krishna was 8 days younger to Balaramji. That's how it is. Now don't ask how. That is not a material calculation. That is spiritual calculation. No, not Brahmaji, our only. Krishna is 8 days younger to Balaramji. Because we feel the child grows in the womb for 9 months, then only, after the appearance of Balaramji, then after 9 months should Krishna should appear, right? But it is not like that. Krishna, when he appears in the womb of Devaki, it is not like the ordinary child being conceived. Sa Devaki sarva jagan nivasa nivasa bhutam nitaram nareje bhojendra gehe agni shikhe varuddha saraswati jnana khale yathasati. When Krishna appeared in the womb of Devaki, Devaki became very effulgent, very, very beautiful. And Kamsa could understand that Vishnu has entered the womb of Devaki. Of course, we will discuss about Krishna on the day of Janmashtami. We will not discuss about Krishna today. So ultimately, Balaramji appeared, and after few days, 8 days, Krishna appeared. That's how it is always, right? एक हफ्ते के बाद है ना जन्माष्टमी, 15th is Janmashtami. It is not that Krishna appeared after 1 year. He is not 1 year younger to Balaram, only 8 days younger to Balaram. Same year they appeared. And they were growing together, they were inseparable, they were always together. According to astrology, within 100 days the name giving ceremony should be done of a child. अभी तक कृष्ण बलराम नहीं जानते थे. They were not known as Krishna and Balram in this pastime. They are eternally Krishna and Balram, but their names will be given now. Vasudeva was keeping a track. How many days have passed by? Because that's his child. They are his children. Nanda Maharaj is thinking Krishna is my child and Balram, although he is child of Vasudeva, but still Nanda Maharaj was taking care of Balramji also very nicely. Vasudeva was tracking. And then he sent his Kul Guru, that is Garga Muni. And Garga Muni, he was sent to Gokul. And as Garg Muni enters the palace of Nanda Maharaj is so very happy that, oh, you have come, great personalities. You know, why do they travel? Great personalities don't travel to beg. You know, आजकल के दुनिया में वैसा हो गया है, you know. All the sadhus, मतलब जो भीख मांगते हैं वही हैं साधु. Why do saintly people travel? Why do they go from one home to another?
To spread the message.
Not to beg.
To spread awareness.
Yes. On the pretext of begging, they give spiritual knowledge. Mahadvichalanam nrinam grihinam dina chetasam nishrayasaya bhagavan kalpate nanyatha kvachit. Nishrayasa means for the welfare of people in general. No other purpose. Srila Prabhupada, when he traveled to the West at the age of 70, what was the need for him to go all the way alone with no support, no resources, no money? He didn't know whether he'll survive also. Everybody was telling Swamiji, don't go there. It is a very cold place. You will die there. And you will not get anything to eat also. They only eat meat. Why Prabhupada went? So that he can spread spiritual knowledge, Krishna consciousness. And people were still, asking Swamiji. When Prabhupada went to London, and as he landed on the airport, the reporters, they asked, Swamiji, why you have come to London? Prabhupada said, all of you Britishers, you came to India and you looted all the costly things, but you forgot the most, greatest treasure of India. That is Bhagwat Gita. I have come to give you that. I have not come to take anything from you, because that's what people think. Indians, at least in the earlier times, Indians, when they go somewhere, they are coming for getting some money, begging. So that's why great saints, they travel for the welfare of people in general. So Nanda Maharaj, he welcomes Gargamuni and he says, can you please give names to our children? Gargamuni, why he has come? Why Gargamuni has come?
For naming ceremony.
To give names. But he is very, very cautious. He says, what will happen if I give names to your children? Gargamuni is famous to be the guru of Vasudeva and all the Vrishnis. Yaduna Mahamacharya Kyatascha Bhuvi Sarvada Sutam Maya Samskritam Te Manyate Devaki Sutam. He says, I am famous as the guru of Yadus. Yaduna Mahamacharya Kyatascha Bhuvi Sarvada. And if I do Namkaran ceremony of your children, what will people think? These are the sons of Vasudeva. And Kamsa is searching only. Because it was Akashvani, the 8th son of Devaki, will kill Kamsa. He's searching. Nanda Maharaj says, don't worry. Name giving ceremony is more important. We'll do it very secretly. Nobody will come to know. We'll do in Goshala. Even my relatives will not be there. Only myself, Yashoda, Rohini and these 2 children. That's it. And the cows will be there. And the cows also will not be there. We'll do it in the morning time when all the cows are gone for grazing. किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा. So in this way, this name giving ceremony was done. And Gargacharya, now Rohini, Yashoda and 2 children, Krishna Balram, अभी तक नाम नहीं हुआ उनका. So Yashoda and Rohini, they wanted to test the knowledge of Gargacharya, how empowered he is. So they exchanged their children. Yashoda is holding Balramji and Rohini is holding Krishna. And बोले अभी देखते हैं क्या बोलते हैं. So Gargacharya is a very empowered personality. He points towards Balaramji, who is in the hands of Yashoda, and he says, Ayam hi Rohini putro. He is the son of Rohini. And he has appeared to give pleasure to everyone. Ramayan Suridogani Akhyaasyate Ramaiti Baladikyat. He says, he will be known as Ram, who gives pleasure to everyone. Now, if you remember what Lord Krishna told, he also told these three names. Balramji will be known by Sankarshan, Ram, and Baladev. The same names are given by Gargamuni now to Balram. Of course, this name giving ceremony is a pastime. It is not that पहले तो था ही नहीं इनका नाम Balram. He is always eternally known as Balram. Now he is described. Now he is given this name. Just like Shank is always there with Krishna, na? But when Krishna got this Shankh in this pastime, when he appeared in this world,
Panchajanya.
when Krishna and Balram, they were studying under Sandipani Muni, after the knowledge was, all the education is over, then there is something called as Guru Dakshina. So Sandipani Muni knows my students are not ordinary students. इनसे ordinary Guru Dakshina नहीं लेंगे हम. He says, few years back, my son was taking bath in the ocean and he was killed by some demon. Can you bring him back? उनको मालूम है भगवान है, कुछ भी कर सकते हैं. Krishna says, okay. He goes and enters the ocean. He finds that demon. He was in the form of a conch. His name was Panchajanya. He kills the demon and he takes that conch. That's how Krishna gets the conch in this pastime. And then of course he goes to Yamraj and brings the son of his guru. So Krishna is now getting the name Krishna, and Balram is getting the name Bala, Deva, and Balaram and Sankarshan. Whatever he would do, he was with Krishna always. Always serving the Lord in whatever way, And he is teaching how one should be enthusiastic to serve. Without our teachers, we can't know how to serve the Lord. अगर हम लोग, if we don't have our spiritual masters and teachers, we will just think, माला हो गई ना, that is sufficient. No, but spiritual master engages the disciple in so many other services. And Srila Prabhupada, he would do that with his disciples. Prabhupada would challenge his disciples. He said, what is the use of you being Americans if you can't do something extraordinary for Krishna? And he would use their national spirits. American hai hum log, and Americans are known to be, doing something extraordinary. Similarly, when Prabhupada would come to India, he would say, Indians, they are supposed to spread this knowledge of Bhagwat Gita. Bharat bhumi te manushya janma hoilo jar janma sarthak kori kar paropakar. You have taken birth in India, make your life successful and preach this knowledge to everyone in this world. So Balramji and Krishna, they are always together. Now Rohini and Yashoda, they are taking care of the children. And as they would feed their milk to Krishna and Balram, they would count the teeth in the mouths of Krishna and Balram. Kitne aa gaye? Sometimes that's how mothers they do. Bacha bad raha hai. Okay, now he has teeth also. And then after some time they started crawling. And when they would start crawling, when they started crawling, they would keep traveling, walking, crawling everywhere. And in the courtyard of Yashoda and Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj, it was covered with mud, cow dung and cow urine. It was a nice paste. taste of, खेला क्या कभी तुमने? Cow dung, cow urine. It is very auspicious. लेके जाना चाहिए कभी बच्चों लोगों को जरा गौशाला में सब, ये तो देख के ही अरे वहां पे गोलोक जाके यही करना है बाबा. Goloka means the place of cows. That's why Lakshmi Devi was not allowed entry into Goloka Vrindavan, you know. Because Lakshmi, she comes from a royal background, you know. और गोलोक में ग्वाले लोग क्या करेंगे? गाय का गोबर उठा रहे हैं and the gopis, they are just doing all the simple things, churning butter, making cow dung patties, tending cows. So Krishna and Balaram, they are crawling in this paste of cow dung, cow urine and mud. And as they are crawling, they find a calf standing in front. And they catch the tail of the calf. And the calf becomes fearful. कि किसने मेरी पूंछ पकड़ी? The calf starts running here and there. And what happens then? The Krishna and Balaram, they become more fearful to leave it. They catch hold very tightly. So now what is happening? Ghasita Ram. यरहि अंगणा दर्शनीय कुमार लीला अंतर ब्रजे तदबला प्रगृहीत पुच्छै वत्सैरितस्ततः शुभौ अनुकृष्यमानो प्रेक्ष्यन्ते उज्झित गृहा जहरिसुर हसन्त्यः. Prekshantya, when all the cowherd ladies they are seeing, they are laughing as Krishna is having a good sliding, wonderful experience. Sometimes they would crawl and they would catch the sari of one gopi who is walking in front, thinking that he is Yashoda and Rohini. And when these ladies they turn, they say, "Ye to nahi hai Yashoda Rohini." They become fearful. They run back and find their mothers. So that's how wonderful pastimes are happening in Braja, where Krishna and Balaram as small children, they are manifesting such wonderful pastimes, giving pleasure to each and every Brajvasi. And as they grew up, they were always together. And Balaramji was always serving Krishna. The same Balaram appeared as Lakshman in the pastimes of Lord Ram. They were inseparable. When Ram and Lakshman, yes?
I wanted to tell you one thing. I've seen one picture in which Krishna and Balaram, Krishna is doing the hard work and while Balaram is doing like this, but the exact opposite happens. When Lakshman is went out with exile with Ram, he always clears the way thinking that Ram should have no difficulty. So I've seen this Vinay Varanasi video. When you do that type of Lakshman duty, you can
बाद
get
में सेवा से मुक्ति मिलती है.
you can get the opportunity to pal Krishna and catch him by the shoulder.
Thank you. So Lakshmana was doing all the menial services. They were always together. One time, Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna, they were lying in their cradles and they were crying. So, Hare Krishna. Iska battery hai. So these four children, they are lying in cradles and they were crying. So Vashishta Muni came and he saw they are crying. So he brought the cradles of Ram and Lakshman nearer. So their crying intensity reduced, but still they were crying. So then Vashishta Muni, what he did, he picked up Lakshman and put him in the cradle of Lord Ram. Then they were silent, they were happy. That's how they were always together. They can't be separated in any situation. So when Lord Ram was banished, Lakshman didn't tell Lord Ram, "Okay, we'll meet after 14 years. Thank you." He was there with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram tried to convince Mother Sita, but he didn't even try to convince Lakshman. Because he knew he will never listen to me. He will be there with me always. He can't stay without me. And he was there, always in front of Lord Ram, clearing the path, building the hut, and making nice bed for Ram and Sita. getting fruits and roots and water, always serving. So Lakshman, he is showing us what is ideal devotional service. Real devotional service is not only in good times. Real devotional service is tested when we are in difficult situations. There are some people like good weather devotees, fair weather devotees, sunshine devotees. सब कुछ अच्छा चल रहा है तो हम devotee हैं. जब से chanting करना शुरू किया ना life में सब everything is going great. That's why I am devotee of Krishna. And when problem happens, ये क्या चल रहा है ये? I thought कि मेरा जीवन थोड़ा शांत होगा, ये तो उल्टा हो रहा है. More tests are, more problems are coming. So therefore I don't want to serve Krishna. That means we have not understood what is devotion. So integrity means I'll uphold my ideals in all situations. That is integrity. And Lakshman is showing by his example. And he was given such difficult task. When the battle of Lanka was over, Mother Sita came back, and what Lord Ram told Lakshman? Lakshman, you build a funeral pyre, and we will test Sita for her chastity. It was not an easy task for Lakshman. But kya kare abhi? Lord Ram is saying he has to do it. And then ultimately some Ayodhya Vasis were telling that, oh, just see Lord Ram, how can he stay with a woman who has stayed in the house of another person for 1 year? Lord Ram, he had to maintain the integrity of a king. Banished Mother Sita. And he told Lakshman, you take Mother Sita and leave her at the ashram of Valmiki Muni. Lakshman had to do all that. And as he is taking Mother Sita to the ashram of Valmiki Muni, he thought, enough of being an elder brother, a younger brother. Younger brother means I have to follow all the instructions, whether good or bad. Next incarnation I will become an elder brother, so that I don't have to follow all the harsh instructions of Lord. And that's why in the next incarnation he came as elder brother, Balaram. And then in the next incarnation he came as Nityananda Prabhu. He is also elder brother. But whether he came as Balaram or Nityananda Prabhu, the mood is same. It is not that अब तो इनकी सेवा नहीं करनी है. As जैसे कह रहे हैं, we can just stand like this. He is always there serving Krishna in all the situations, wherever he is. That's how Krishna is. That's how Balaram is. Always serving. We'll discuss few of the pastimes of Balaram. There is some time remaining. Some of the very wonderful pastimes which Balaramji performs in Vrindavan. And if time permits, we'll discuss some of the pastimes of Dwarka also. As now Krishna, Balaram and all the cowherd boys, they are now around 4 or 5 years, and they are given charge of the calves. They can go in the forest and they can tend the calves. And in Vrindavan, if you go now in summer season in Vrindavan, summer is very, very hot in Vrindavan. It is intolerable. But when Krishna was there, it was all springtime. Whether summer, जैसे Mumbai is, whether there is any season, Mumbai में एक ही season है, 2 season है, rainy and non-rainy. Similarly in Vrindavan, there was always spring season. Whatever situation, whatever season may be, in Vrindavan it is always spring season. So all the cowherd boys, they were in the forest. They are playing. They were only thinking of how to serve Krishna and Balaram. They would decorate Krishna with forest flowers. They would paint Krishna with forest minerals, with some fruits and some flower birds and the creepers. And they would be decorated nicely and they would play. And Shukdev Goswami says all the plays which children they do now, it was all invented by Krishna and Balaram only. They would take flower balls, they would throw one flower ball and they would take another flower ball and they would hit at that. Then they would play hide and seek, so all the small children, the games they play, everything was played by Krishna and Balaram. One day, the cowherd boys, they told Krishna and Balaram, Krishna, there is a beautiful forest of Talwan nearby. Talwan means a forest which is full of the trees of tal fruits. You know, tal सुना आप लोगों ने? वो white fruits रहते हैं ना, translucent white, छोटे छोटे. Anyways, you can. So they are very, very sweet looking fruits, and the smell of those fruits, they are very, very attractive. But the problem is that Tal forest is under the custody of a demon, and his name is Dhenukasur. And this Dhenukasur, he has taken the form of a great donkey. राक्षसों को भी अलग अलग में ये गधा ही मिला था उसको. So he has taken a form of a big donkey, and it was not an ordinary donkey. It was the size of a mountain. Very, very powerful donkey. So nobody is allowed to even enter that forest. But oh Ram, you are all powerful. Oh Krishna, you always give us pleasure. Can you please kill those demons and get tal fruits for us? Because Krishna and Balaram, all these cowherd boys know कि our Krishna and Balaram, everyday pastime is killing one demon. They would go to forest and they would keep playing, and then the lunch time was passing by, so Yogamaya would arrange one demon to come. नहीं तो खेलने में फिर खाना प्रसाद नहीं लेंगे वो लोग. So Krishna would kill the demon, and then the cowherd boys would say, "Abhi थोड़ी भूख लगी है ना, we should take lunch." So all these cowherd boys, they say, Krishna, can you please get those tal fruits for us? Our acharyas, they tell that actually they were not interested in eating those fruits. They wanted those fruits for Krishna. Because they knew if we'll say, Krishna, you please kill those demons and then you will get to eat nice fruits, Krishna will not be so interested. Krishna wants to serve his devotees. Just like devotees want to serve Krishna, Krishna wants to serve his devotees. Aham bhakta paradhino nahi aswatantraiva dvija sadhubhirgrasta hridayam bhaktair bhakta janapriya. Krishna says, I am not independent, I am controlled by my devotees. Although Krishna is supreme transcendental autocrat, there is nobody who can control Krishna, but Krishna is controlled by his devotees' love. So whatever Krishna's friends they say, Krishna does it. He likes to please his friends and devotees. So Krishna and Balaram, they say, okay, we'll go. And then Krishna, Balaram, and all the cowherd boys, they were laughing. And Krishna would like to make his friends laugh. Krishna and Balaram and all the friends, their pastime was playing and laughing. Sometimes they would share the prasad which their mothers have sent. Taking school में बच्चे लोग lunch hours में tiffin share करते हैं? नहीं करते? आजकल के कृष्ण बलराम तो करते थे भाई. They would all sit with Krishna in center. Krishna in center, and all the cowherd boys, they would sit around Krishna. If somebody is sitting in the center and surrounded by some people, someone will see the face of Krishna, someone will see the back of Krishna. But every cowherd boy, he saw Krishna looking at him only. That is how Krishna is. He can do unimaginable things. They would share their tiffin. And everybody would, say, Krishna, my mother has sent this, will you taste this? And sometimes one boy would taste something and say, Krishna, this is very good, can you please take this? And that's why, when Brahmaji saw how is Supreme Lord eating the jhuta of his friends? Can anybody do that now? कि हम थोड़ा टेस्ट करके देते हैं कृष्ण को, अच्छा ये कृष्ण ये स्वीट है. Krishna does that. Krishna accepts it. One time Madhumangal, Madhumangal is the fat one. Yes.
What are the names of the friends of Krishna?
Krishna has many friends.
Main ones.
Main ones is Shridama, Subal, Stoka Krishna, Arjun. Arjun is not this Bhagwat Gita wala. Ek wala bhi Arjun. Then Madhumangal. So all these are the friends of Krishna.
So didn't Krishna used to bring his own lunch or no?
He would also get. Kya Mother Yashoda would not give him kya?
Because you are telling that everybody used to give and he used to eat it. So
Because everybody likes to share what they have got. They want to give Krishna the best.
So did Krishna also eat his lunch?
You have to go and ask Krishna. See yourself.
He also must have shared.
He would share what Mother Yashoda would give, and all the cowherd boys would, share with each other. Sometimes, what they would do? They would just take away the tiffin of one Gopa, and they would hide it. And this Gopa would say, "Arey, mera tiffin gayab ho gaya, kahan gaya?" And he would start crying, and others would laugh. Sometimes they would say, "Oh, this is your tiffin," and as he is coming, he would pass on to another friend. Say, friend karte hai na, so masti. Sometimes Krishna and Balaram and all the cowherd boys, they are sitting, and Krishna, he tells one friend, "Please close your eyes. I have brought a very beautiful, nice sweet for you from my home." And this Gopa would close his eyes and open his mouth, and Krishna would put a flower in the mouth. And flowers, they smell nice, but they don't taste nice. They taste bitter. So this Gopa would have a very, disgusted look, and everybody would laugh. So all these are the wonderful pastimes Krishna and all the cowherd boys would perform. One time Madhumangal, he brought a very nice buttermilk, and he didn't want to share it with anyone. He wanted to drink everything. So secretly he went at a little distance, and he thought, "Ye akele mein pura pi jata hu." So he started drinking it, and Krishna found it. Hey, he is drinking alone. So he is running. And Madhumangal saw, "Hey, Krishna is running and he will take my buttermilk." He put everything in the mouth. And it is like a big mouth full of buttermilk. It was so sudden that he could not even swallow it. Krishna came and did like and all the buttermilk is, and Krishna, he drank it. So you may say, "Aisa kaise kar sakte hain Krishna?" But that's how Krishna is. He likes it. That is what bewildered Brahmaji. Any of us would be bewildered, na? Hey, Bhagwan hai, yagya bhuk bal akeli. Arey, he eats only when things are offered in yagya. No midyate abravapushe tadidambaraya gunjavatamsha paripichala sanmukhaya vanyasraje kavalavetra jushana venum lakshma shriye mridupade pashupangajaya. So Brahma is seeing the beauty of Krishna as he is sitting with his cowherd friends, dressed in forest flowers and eating, and in his hand he has curd rice, and in between the fingers he has pickles. That's how our acharyas they describe. So all these wonderful pastimes, are happening in Krishna and with all the cowherd boys. So ye bolte hain, "Krishna, can you please get those tal fruits for us?" She said, "Okay, no problem." Krishna and Balaram enters Talvan along with his cowherd friends. And Balaramji, he goes to the tallest of the tala tree and starts shaking it. He is Baladev. and all the tal fruits, they start falling. Nobody was allowed to enter this Talvan. If any man would enter Dhenuka and all his donkey friends, they were so demoniac, they would eat them alive. None of the animals, even birds, were allowed to enter in Talvan. And Balram is shaking this tree and tal fruits are falling. And hearing the sound, Dhenuka, he came to know somebody has entered our forest. He came and in his typical donkey noise, which we can't imitate. आता है क्या? बोलो, donkey कैसे बोलते हैं? नहीं, ऐसे नहीं बोलते donkey. So he ran right up to Balramji and he turned around. And with his hind legs, he hit Balramji in the chest. And Balramji just stood there without, any movement. He was that powerful, Baladev. And this demon became really angry. He circled around Balramji and again he hit. This time Balram, he caught hold of the hind legs of Dhenuka and he whirled him and threw him on the tallest of the tala tree. He spotted the tallest one. And then as the demon landed on the tallest one, the tree bent and fell on the lesser one. And one by one, all the trees, they fell down.
Dominus.
And it was a nice, very nice scene. It looked like
Dominoes.
Dominus effect. It looked like, this black mountain on top of a tree. Dhenuka was a black demon. And then all the other demons, they were so foolish. All the other donkeys. They all came and started attacking. So Krishna and Balram, they started catching their legs and just throwing them. In this way all the demons were killed. It is not so astonishing that Krishna killed all these demons. This Dhenuka, sir? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he describes this Dhenuka represents one sinful mentality. What is that? The tendency of getting everything for me and nothing for the Lord. I don't want to give anything to the Lord. I will keep everything for myself only. Bhagwan ko kyun dena hai? What he has given us, he has not given anything to us. I will not give him anything in return. That is Dhenuka's mentality. One day, Krishna and all the other friends, they were in Vrindavan forest. And Krishna, by then, he had killed many of the demons. Putana, Aghasur, Bakasur, and Kamsa. He would keep sending demons every day. And Mama would send toys and Bhanja would break the toys every day. All the demons were killed. Every day somebody would come. One day, one of the demons, his name was Pralambasur. He was not donkey. Donkey was Dhenukasur.
Donkey or a horse? I remember.
No, horse is Keshi.
That one.
Pralamba, he was a very big demon. But he took the form of a cowherd boy. He wanted to just enter the group of Krishna and Balram as a cowherd boy and then kill them. Like a undetected spy. Because if there is a spy, nobody knows how dangerous this person is. And then he can kill Krishna and Balram very easily. And Pralamba, he was a very expert mystic. And he had done good research. He found that this day, one of the Gopa didn't come to play with Krishna and Balram in the forest. So he took the form of that Gopa. And everybody thought, oh, our friend has come. But you cannot cheat Krishna. Krishna goes to Balram and says, Balramji, you see this person? This Gopa friend of ours? Pralamba Gopa? He is not Gopa. He is a demon, Pralambasur. He has come to kill us. You know, sometimes when we are practicing devotional service, we can easily become devotees externally. तिलक लगा लिए, कंठी माला पहन लिए, हाथ में माला आ गई, हरि बोल, डिवोटी लैंग्वेज भी सीख गए हम लोग. It is very easy to accept the externals of a devotee, but to actually become devotee, we can cheat everyone. We can't cheat Krishna. माथे तिलक गले र कंठी आई तो कली र चेला. You know, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, अरे बाबा तिलक लगाया, कंठी माला पहना है, but what are you doing? You are just, doing some things of Kali Yuga. Same old things. So we have to become real devotees. Not pretending devotees कि भाई Friday to Friday हम लोग devotee हैं. Friday तो अभी devotee का language बोलना ही पड़ता है नहीं. So we have to become devotees at heart. Of course, all of us are practicing, sincerely trying. But this tendency can enter. कि भाई ठीक है, अभी थोड़ा इतना सब कुछ नहीं कर सकते भाई. Slowly अभी बहुत टाइम है वो सब करने के लिए. So we can't cheat Krishna. If we want to really develop some attachment for Krishna, we have to do everything of Krishna consciousness. Serving Krishna, chanting attentively. Chanting is our real test. We can fake everything in bhakti. सब कुछ दिखावा कर सकते हैं, but our real face is shown when we are chanting. We all know our chanting quality, कैसा chanting रहता है हमारा. जैसे तैसे हमारी माला हो जाती है. और
but many people, if they are
माला करता है तुम? कितना माला करता है?
108. 108 chants, one mala.
हाँ, मैं डर गया. One time, Gaurang Prabhu, he was taking classes in Bhaktivedanta Hospital, and there was one neurologist. Every program he would come and Gaurang Prabhu would ask, कितना माला करता है? How many rounds you are doing? He said, one mantra. Not one mala, one mantra. बोले इससे ज्यादा टाइम है ही नहीं मेरे पास. I am so busy. So after 1 month, 2 months, he came to 8 mantra. Where after that he came to 56 mantra after 1 year. To 64 mantra. So after 1 year, in one program, Gaurang Prabhu asked, कितना चल रहा है? प्रभु जी मेरा 64 चल रहा है. So there was another devotee who was 16 rounder. He said, बाप रे क्या preaching कर रहा है प्रभु जी? 64 माला कर रहा है. 64 माला नहीं है, 64 मंत्र है वो. 108 माला नहीं है ना, 108 मंत्र है. बोलो.
तो कोई भी वो चैंटिंग बैग भी लेकर, we cannot fool Krishna, I agree. लेकिन बाहर जब रहे और चैंटिंग बैग पे instead of chanting Hare Krishna, I've seen many people do this, and that's why I'm telling, instead of chanting Hare Krishna, they say galis.
कितने लोगों को देखा तुमने?
मेरे क्लासमेट्स.
वो माला करते हैं?
27 गालीज हर एक दिन.
माला नहीं करते ना वो लोग, but so we are talking about devotees.
गाली की माला करते.
We are talking about devotees who are just chanting and not so focused in their mantra. So but Pralamba, okay, we'll end in 5 minutes. ऐसे तो बहुत सारे stories हैं. So this Pralamba, he had to kill Krishna Balram. So he took the form of Pralamba Gopa. And that day, Krishna, Balram and all the cowherd boys, they decided we'll play a different game together. We'll make 2 teams, and the team who would lose, they would carry the winners on their back till Bhandir 1. Bhandervan was a nearby forest. This Pralamba, he understood that Krishna is a very powerful one. So I can't, defeat Krishna. So he went on the side of Krishna. He thought, पहले Balram ji को मारेंगे. After that, we'll kill Krishna. So Krishna and Balram, they are on the opposite sides. And whose side won?
Balram.
Balram ji's side won. So now Krishna's side has to carry Balram ji's side. Shridama is carrying Shridama is carrying Krishna, and some other Gopas are carrying different ones. And Pralamba, he chose to carry Balram ji. And they had to just go to Bhandervan. That's it. And stop there. There was a great Bhandir. What means? Banyan tree. It was like 8 yojans, long. Very huge. But this Pralamba Gopa, he kept running beyond Bhandirvan. And this Balram ji is thinking, where my friend is taking me? He was supposed to stop at Bhandirvan. He kept running in the forest, deeper inside. Far away he took Balram ji. And then Balram understood, he is a demon. And then he started increasing his weight. Balram ji is all-powerful Lord who is Sankarshan, holds the entire earth. He can assume the weight of entire universe. He started becoming heavier and heavier. So this Bichara Pralamba Gopa, he could not, carry Balram in his form of a coward boy. He assumed his original form of Pralamba Asur. And Balram ji, he thought, oh, my friend has changed in all proportions. What happened? So he's still the same small size Balram ji. And he took his fist and he smashed the head of Pralamba with his small fist. And with a crashing sound, this Pralambasur was dead. By this time, hearing the sound, all the friends, they came and they congratulated, oh, Balram ji, you have done such a wonderful job. This demon vomited blood, his skull cracked, and ultimately he left his life. That's how Pralamba was killed. Pralamba, he represents a particular anartha in our hearts. Pralamba represents our lusty inclinations, the desire for things of the world, the gross lust and the subtle lust. Subtle lust means the desire for name, fame, prestige. There are many anarthas, they go when we start chanting the names of Krishna. But we want to destroy this lusty propensities. Who is Balramji? He represents who? Balram represents spiritual master. We have to pray to spiritual master to destroy our lusty propensities. So that's how Balramji, he performed wonderful pastimes, always serving Krishna, always ready to be with Krishna and protect him, serve him in so many ways. So tomorrow is a day on which Lord Balramji appeared in this world. So we can pray to Lord Balram to give us also that strength so that we can serve Krishna and serve our spiritual masters in a right way, in right consciousness, so that we can also achieve the perfection of our life. So I'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions anybody has? Yes, Mataji.
All these demons, were they also devotees?
No.
Have taken birth as demons in this life?
No. No demons were devotees. Only we hear about Jai Vijay. When they were cursed, they came as Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Dantavakra and Shishupal. Apart from them, all these demons, they were not devotees. But Krishna is so merciful. When Krishna kills some demons, what happens to them? They get liberated. They get mukti. That's how Krishna is. Even somebody is killed by Krishna, he also gets benefited. So that's how Krishna is. So just by taking the role of a demon, even Krishna kills the demon, they get benefit. What more benefit is awaiting if somebody is a devotee of Krishna? So that's how it is. Krishna is all merciful, he is all good, he is all auspicious. Yes.
So Prabhuji, they must have had lots of good karma to be born as demons and come in contact with Krishna.
No, it is not like that. But whoever is killed by Krishna, that is their greatest advantage. Even if somebody has done the most sinful activity, by chance if they are killed by Krishna, that is their benefit. Of course, getting a impersonal liberation is not such a wonderful type of liberation. मुक्ति, कैसे मुक्ति मिलती है उनको? वो ब्रह्म में लीन हो जाते हैं. They get merged in the impersonal aspect of the Lord. That is not a very good type of liberation. But at least it is better than having a sinful life. That is also very wonderful. But we don't have to become demons to get killed by Krishna. Because to be killed by Krishna, we should be the demons like this category. Otherwise, Krishna नहीं आएंगे मारने के लिए. Our, anarthas are sufficient to destroy us.
इधर का पुलिस ही आएगा.
इधर का पुलिस ही आएगा.
ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आर्मी.
Any other questions? Yes.
प्रभु जी जो कृष्णा के फ्रेंड्स थे
ठीक है. Good news is there. We have still little time because Prasad is yet to come. So I will describe few more pastimes of Lord Balram. बलराम जी चाहते हैं और थोड़ा सुने आप लोग.
एक क्वेश्चन.
हाँ जी.
ये जो आप बोल रहे हैं कृष्णा के फ्रेंड्स से they were the devotees of Krishna.
Of course.
But why we are calling them cowards?
Cowherds.
Cowherds you are calling.
Cowherd boys. मतलब गोपाल.
Okay, I thought.
Sorry.
Clear.
They were cowherd boys.
Fine.
गोपाल. गोपाल और उनके
Yeah,
friends.
once you call them Gopa also, devotees
Gopa.
also, then I was confused why you are calling them cowards.
Cowherd boy. So that's how Balram ji has performed many pastimes, and when they grew up, ultimately they went to Mathura, and Kamsa was killed. They performed wonderful pastimes of killing Chanur, Mushtik, and Kuvalaya Pid was a great elephant. He was killed. And then, as they grew up, Krishna and Balaram ji was married to Revati, who is the eternal wife of Balram ji. So Revati, she is from Satyuga, and the father Revat, he wanted to marry her daughter to the best personality in the universe. So he went to Brahmaji to find out who is the best person to get my daughter married. So Brahmaji said, you came here all the way to Brahmaloka and you waited for some time. Now Satyuga is gone, Treta is gone, Dwapara Yuga is there. And now Supreme Lord has appeared in the form of Balram. You go and get your daughter married to Balram ji. So Revati is from Satyuga. When she came, she is like very tall, because in every age the size decreases, the lifespan decreases in successive yuga. तो अभी ये mismatch हो रहा है, तो कैसे करेंगे? Revati is very tall. So Balram ji said that is not a problem. He took out his plow and he reduced the size of Revati to her size, to his size, and they were married. So Balram ji, he was always there serving Krishna. One time, one of the sons of Krishna, his name was Samb. He was the son of Jambavati. You know that? How many wives Krishna had?
16,108.
16,108 wives. Out of them, 8 were prominent. Out of them, 3 were most prominent. Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati. So Jamvati's son was Samba. And one day, now Samba was a young man, he found that Duryodhan, his daughter's Swayamvar was getting arranged. And Samba was interested in marrying the daughter of Duryodhan. She was a very good lady. He went and he kidnapped, this daughter of Duryodhan and started running away. So all the Kaurava warriors, they became really angry. That how can somebody kidnap our daughter in front of us? They all came and won Samba and all the warriors, Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, everybody is there. Ashwathama, Duryodhan, they all came and attacked Samba. It was not a fair battle because one-on-one it should be there. But they didn't kill Samba because now Samba has touched the daughter of Duryodhan. एक बार touch किया मतलब nobody, no other man can touch a lady after she is touched by one person. पुराने जमाने में ऐसा होता था. But they arrested Samba. The news reached Krishna and all the Yadu warriors. They were thinking, we have to take revenge. How can they arrest our son? So Balramji, he had good friends with Kauravas also. And Duryodhan was, what? He was a disciple of Balramji. Balramji taught Duryodhan mace fighting, Gada. So Balram said, don't worry. They are very dear to me. They will follow whatever I will say. So I will, just do the needful and then I'll bring Samba back. You don't worry. You don't have to wage a war against them. So Balramji, he took Uddhava and they both went. And as the Kauravas, when they came to know that Balramji has come, they were very excited. They came all the way out of the, city and welcomed Balramji, gave him a nice place to sit and wonderful reception. And said, please tell us what brings you here. Balramji said, as you all know that you all have kidnapped, you have arrested Samba, I have come to take him back. Can you please return Samba along with his wife honorably? Kauravas became really angry. They said, just see how these Yadus, they dare to sit on our head. Abhi tak, they were worshipping Balramji. Suddenly they changed. They are supposed to be at the feet of Kauravas. And now they are claiming to, be sitting on the head of Kauravas. How is it possible? It is because of the, this Kaurava dynasty that they have some respect. Balramji, he was just listening. His eyes were becoming red, full of anger. And he started laughing loudly, said, you all dare to disrespect Krishna. You know Krishna. Who is Krishna? He is the Supreme Personality of God. He is the controller of entire universe. And you are saying that we are supposed to be at your feet? I will drown entire Hastinapur in Yamuna today. He brought his plow and he hit it on the ground. The entire Hastinapur got separated. And he was dragging entire Hastinapur ready to drown it in Yamuna. And that's how, when everybody was, scared, now we are going to get destroyed. They all came running, keeping Samba and his wife in front. Please take your son and please forgive us for our offenses. And Balramji, he forgave them. But our acharyas, they tell, why they did that? The Kauravas, they knew the power of Balram. They wanted to show the world the power of Balramji. That's why they did that. So that's how Balramji he performs wonderful pastimes. Just before the battle of Kurukshetra was about to begin, all the Kaurava warriors and Pandava warriors, they wanted to bring Krishna and Balram on their side. So Krishna was already in the side of Pandavas. Balramji didn't want to take any sides. So what he did? He said, I will not fight. I will not fight on any side. I am going on a pilgrimage. As an elder brother, he could do that. As a younger brother, he would have to follow. So he went on a pilgrimage. And as he is on a pilgrimage, he reaches Naimisharanya. And there he sees an assembly of sages sitting and doing Bhagwat Katha. The leader of the assembly was Roma Harshan Suta. As Balramji entered the assembly, everybody got up because they know that he is Supreme Lord. Apart from one person who didn't get up, Roma Harshan Suta. Why? He was thinking, Arey, I am the leader of the assembly. I am supposed to speak Bhagavatam. So why should I stand up? जी प्रसाद आ गया तो बोल दीजिएगा. अभी तक नहीं आया? Wow. Oh, okay. So he said, why should I get up? Balramji, as he saw this Rom Harshan Suta sitting impudently, he became so angry. ऋषेर भगवतो भूत्वा शिष्योधीत्य बहूनि च सेतिहास पुराणानि धर्मशास्त्राणि चानघ अदान्तस्य विनीतस्य वृथा पंडितमानिनः न गुणाय भवन्ति स्व नटस्यैवाजितात्मनः. He says this personality, he is a disciple of Vyasadeva. So Rom Harshan was not an ordinary personality. He was a direct disciple of Vyasadeva. ऋषेर भगवतो भूत्वा शिष्य, व्यासदेव के शिष्य हैं. He was learned in all the scriptures. पुराण इतिहास सब कुछ जानते हैं वो. But what was his fault? अदान्तस्य अविनीतस्य. He was not humble. He was not sense controlled. He wanted respect for himself. And in spiritual life, everything can be accepted but pride. If somebody thinks, I am to such a great devotee, आप कितना माला करते हैं? 2 माला. मैं तो 16 माला करता हूँ, I am chanting every day. This pride destroys our devotional service. And Balramji, by his behavior, he is showing the world how one should be very, very careful to avoid this pride in the heart. Pride of whatever thing, our wealth, our prestige, our fame, our knowledge, or our tapasya. I can do so much tapasya, मैं तो every एकादशी निर्जल करता हूँ. आप कितना? हम तो 4 बार खाते हैं. That is not attractive to the Lord. However big one may be, only humility pleases the Lord. So Balramji became very angry. And what he did? He took a straw. 1 straw piece. 1 grass straw. And he touched the neck of Rom Harshan Suta. And what happened? Rom Harshan was dead. And all the sages were shocked. Balramji, what you have done? We just gave him benediction that you will live long. हम लोगों ने अभी अभी आशीर्वाद दिया था उसको, that you live long for many years so that you can speak scriptures. Balramji said, okay, if you want me to bring him back to life, I can do that. They said, no, you don't do this. You have already killed him. Anything done by the Supreme Lord is good only. But can you do one prayashchit? Sages are telling Balramji, प्रायश्चित कर सकते हैं क्या आप? Balramji didn't kill all of them. किसको बता रहे हो? Because he knew, however great one may be, if somebody does a mistake, killing a Brahman was not a actual thing to do. So Balramji said, yes, I will do prayashchit. You tell me what to do. They said, can you do a pilgrimage to all the holy places for 1 year? 1 year pilgrimage yatra, Tirth Yatra. Balramji did that. So that's how Balramji, he performs wonderful pastimes, always serving Krishna, always setting the highest standards of devotional service, highest standards of religious life, and setting the wonderful mood of every devotee how to be a servant of the Lord. And the same Balaramji comes in the form of Nityananda Prabhu. That Balaram who killed Romharshan Suta with a small straw, when he came as Nityananda Prabhu, what he did, as an example of humility, he placed that straw between his teeth. That is the way in the previous times to express your humility. He would go to each and every person and tell, can you please take the name of Krishna? Bolo Krishna, bhajo Krishna, karo Krishna siksha. He delivered the most sinful of the people, Jagai and Madhai. We'll discuss about them in some other class. Who is Jagai and Madhai, how they were delivered from being most sinful people to the best of the devotees. That is Nityananda Prabhu. And in our temples in all over the world, ISKCON, we see Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu is the same Balaramji who appears in a very, very humble mood, going to each and every place and telling people, can you please take to the process of chanting? He is not asking anything in return. He is just asking for one thing. Can you please accept whatever I am giving? And only thing which he is giving is, he wants us to accept is the names of the Lord. So that is a wonderful way in which Lord Balramji appears in this world and shows us the highest examples of devotional service. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Balaramji ki jai. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai.
15th August, next Friday.
So next Friday we'll be having Janmashtami festival, 15th August. So all of you please bring all your friends and relatives so that we can celebrate Janmashtami in a grand way. Invite more of your friends so that they can also get connected to the wonderful path of Krishna Bhakti. Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagwatam ki jai. What's time now?
9:10.
Okay. So should we? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gopinath, Radha Gopinath Radhe. Jayo Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram.
Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram.
Jayo Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavan Dham, Jayo Vrindavan Dham. Jayo Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. जय श्री कृष्ण भगवान की जय, श्री बलराम जी की जय। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रह्लादालाददायिने, हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः, शीलकङ्कणकालाये, हितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, Yato yato yami tato Narsimha.
Yato yato yami tato Narsimha.
Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha.
Kamil Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha.
Narasimha Marim Sharanam Prapatye.
Namarim Saramim Sharanam Prapati.
Tava Kara Kamala Varenaka Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare
Jai Jagadish Hare. Jai Jagadish Hare.
Jaya Narsimhadev, 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 Jaya Narsimhadev.
Narsimhadev, Narsimhadev.
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशक श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यावतम राजन विश्वासुनैव जायते शरीरा विद्याजान जड़ेन्द्रियतहिका जीवे फैले विषय सागरे तार मध्ये जीवाती लोभ माया सुदुर्मती ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय करी बारे जीव जाय स्वप्रसाद अन्न दिलो भाय सही अन्नामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ रिमिड़ा को श्री चैतन्य निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य
Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
प्रभु नित्यानंद
Prabhu Nityananda,
श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
Advaita Gadadhar,
श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद
Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे हरे
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
हरे राम हरे राम
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
राम राम हरे हरे। जय श्री भगवत महाप्रसाद की जय।
Jai.